Thanks for tuning in. My name is Tanner from Cruzely.com, and this is 5-Minute Cruise Tips. I've only got 5 minutes, so I'm going to go fast. Today, I'm talking all about packing for your cruise. If you think that packing for a regular vacation can be daunting, then try packing for life on this ship. First, you have so many different scenarios that you have to pack for. On a cruise, you're hanging out by the pool in a swimsuit, then you're dressing up for dinner, or you're wearing casual clothes to the buffet, and you're putting on something warm for the show in the theater. Second, in the middle of the ocean, it's tough to rent out for anything that you might have forgotten. Yes, you can wait until you get to port to pick up things that you meant to bring, but that's not always convenient. The ship will have some sort of small shop where you can purchase things that you forgot, but these spots are expensive for basic items. Seriously, I've seen an $18 bottle of cold medicine. The first tip is to know that there is no reasonable limit as to how much you can bring on your trip. If you want to pack a couple of large suitcases, that's perfectly fine. You also don't have to worry about things like baggage fees or weight limits on your bag. That said, it is a good idea to keep it within reason. Remember that you'll have to carry your bags to get to the port, and you don't want to pack luggage that is too heavy for you to handle. Now, you aren't allowed to pack beer or liquor on most cruise lines. The ships prefer that you buy their drinks on board. One exception is that all the major lines let you bring on at least one bottle of wine or champagne. Different cruise lines have different rules, but the amount will either be one bottle per adult passenger or one bottle per cabin. Take full advantage of this policy. A glass of wine can easily run $8 to $15 with gratuity added on. Sometimes the best tip on packing for a cruise is what not to bring. If you use a hairdryer, then note that just like a regular hotel, you'll have one in your cabin. It's small, but it should be able to get the job done for a week on the ship. Beach towels, don't worry about those either. You'll find the towels either already in your cabin when you board, or you can just pick one up from the pool area. They are free for you to use by the pool or even take them into port. Just be sure to return them or you will be charged for missing towels. Sailing on a newer ship? If so, then they have gotten much better about putting in more outlets. Older ships, those built more than a decade ago, will often only have 1 or 2 places for you to plug things in. In that case, it's smart to bring an outlet adapter from home. These plug in and give you several more outlets in place of one. That way, you can charge your devices all at once. Just be sure that it does not have a surge protector. Devices with surge protection, they are prohibited on cruises. On a cruise ship, you could be hundreds of miles from shore. If you have a headache or say an upset stomach, you don't want to be without relief. Yes, there will be a small store on the ship that sells over-the-counter medicines, but they can be expensive. Instead, be liberal in packing for any situation that might come up. It won't seem silly bringing a whole medicine cabinet if something comes up and you have just the thing that you need to feel better. If you're taking a cruise to the Caribbean, you might think it's nothing but sun and warm weather, but nights they can get cool. Add to that the fact that the ship sails from port to port in the evenings, and that also means it can be breezy. Even if you head inside, the ship's air conditioning can totally freeze you out. All you need to do though is to be sure to bring some layers with long sleeves. You don't need a winter coat or anything like that, but a light jacket or a hoodie is a good thing to bring with you. No matter if you let the porters take your bags at the terminal, you should always board the ship with at least one carry-on bag. This carry-on, it needs to have anything that you might need for the first day, plus anything that's important to you. Checked bags are delivered to your room that evening, but bags do get delayed or even lost sometimes, although it is rare. That means that you'll want to pack things in your carry-on like a change of clothes, your boarding documents, any medications that you might need, and your passport or your birth certificate if you're traveling with that. If you are bringing on wine or champagne, you should also pack those in your carry-on bag. You don't want them to accidentally break in your checked luggage and completely soak everything. No matter how carefully you fold your clothes, when they spend a day in a suitcase, they are going to come out somewhat wrinkled. Due to the fire risk, cruise cabins, they don't have irons. If you want something ironed, you usually have to send it down to the ship's laundry room. Instead, you can pack a small bottle of wrinkle release spray. Simply spray it on, smooth out the fabric, and the wrinkles will disappear. It's much easier than having to send something down to the laundry room. Best of all, they sell small bottles of the stuff that are perfect for a few days at sea. Now, there's a lot more that I want to tell you about packing, but unfortunately my 5 minutes are up. So check out the description below for links to more unpacking tips on Cruzely.com. And if you have your own tips, put them in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.